In the upcoming 45 minutes, you're going to hear about 5 outstanding and impatient female entrepreneurs. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for being here to celebrate the winners of the Women Empowerment Award 2023 in the Africa region. Here with me, I have Jana op den Winkel. I am Sara Marata. Thank you so much. I'm very honored to be hosting this session. Sara Marata, Program Manager at Unknown Group. We are based in the Netherlands, venture capital and business development firm, and a very proud partner of AVPA Foundation. Everything we do it to fuel founders who fix the future, such as these outstanding female entrepreneurs you'll get to meet in the upcoming 45 minutes. Jana, could you please introduce yourself?
Thank you, Sarah. I think my mic is not working, so I take yours. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Thanks, AVPA, for having us today. It's a pleasure. I'm sorry. Now everyone is awake, I hope so. So, my name is Jana. I'm working for the AVPA Foundation as a program manager. And let me introduce AVPA Foundation really, really quickly, because it's not about us, it's about those beautiful, those really, really talented ladies in the front. We are the corporate foundation of the Bayer AG. You might know the Bayer company from some headache medicine like aspirin, but we are the corporate foundation and we are in social innovation. So we are supporting enterprises and NGOs which have innovative business models, which don't depend on charities, with funds, with non-financial support. And we do this by focusing on SDG 2 and 3, so zero hunger, good health and well-being, and with a focus on women, because we really believe in women as key change makers. And we do this in the Global South. So we are here for celebrating our winners from Africa, but we also are active together with the venture philanthropy networks in Latin America, in Asia. And that's, I think, really nice from Frank that you mentioned, the collaboration that has to happen across the different venture philanthropy networks. And we're happy to give a stage to the people who really change and drive the change, and give them the visibility they need so they can fulfill their business dreams and help the SDGs to be fulfilled.
And where do those winners come from, Jana?
So we had more than 500 applications from all over Africa, and today we have 3 talented ladies from Kenya, 1 from Ghana, and also 1 from Nigeria. Unfortunately, South African visa offices didn't make it easy for her to enter the country. So she will be with us virtually, so we will still give her the stage. I think AVPA was also part of this program. That's the reason why we are here. So let me also ask Frank Aswani. He was a judge in selecting all those talented women to the stage. So Frank, I see you there, over there. Give it a round of applause for Frank.
So Frank, I think you've been a veteran being a jury member of the Women Empowerment Award. Not the first time, I think it's the second time that we're counting with the help of AVPA, and it is a pleasure. I think I would like to ask you, how was the whole experience and what would you highlight from this award?
Yeah, I mean, I think what really impressed me and surprised me about the winners is, first of all, healthcare is not a sector that you find a lot of entrepreneurship. It's seen as a public good sector. People tend to think that's the place that the government plays. So it was amazing to see the range of innovations that are addressing really down grassroots problems in the context. Secondly, the quality of the entrepreneurs was amazing. You guys really gave us a hard time to make a decision. But credit to you for the work that you've done.
Thank you so much. And what are you looking forward to today? What do you want to hear from those entrepreneurs?
I think it's both about recognition for the hard work that you've done, but also the inspiration to others that you create. Your presence here and your recognition for what you've done will hopefully get many other girls to do what you're doing. And I hope you don't stop here. Your responsibility is huge. There are many more people wanting to hang on to your pants as you climb the ladder. So please pull as many people as you can.
Thanks a lot, Frank.
So much. And I would say, with a further ado, we shed the light on the people who matter most.
Indeed, and thanks a lot also, Jana. We'll be back on stage to give out the awards. A clap for Jana op den Winkel. Well, at least we managed some technical issues, but we managed to do the introduction as short as possible because I like to spend most of the time on stage for our female entrepreneurs. Without further ado, I would like to start introducing our first winner. Madbi Dalal, please join me on stage. Founder of PadMat. Let's do, maybe you go there and I'll handle, because this one works.
Thank you.
Hi, Madbi. Does it work?
Yes, yes, yes.
Awesome. Madbi, can you please tell the audience what is PadMat all about and what is the work you're doing there?
PadMat is a social business. We're based in Kenya, and we are committed to improving menstrual dignity through education, through empowering marginalized communities, and through manufacturing of products which have a positive environmental and health impact.
And Madbi, what are the challenge right now? So why PadMat is so relevant in Kenya?
So in particular in Kenya, we have statistics which are incredibly heart-wrenching. 65% of the girls and women in Kenya cannot afford sanitary pads. That's what's bringing period poverty. And also 4.9 days are missed per month of school-going girls. And also disposable pads contribute to plastic pollution. They take 500 to 800 years to decompose. And any menstruator in their lifetime takes about 18,000 single-use products, which is about 60 kilograms of waste.
Thanks a lot. Madbi, can you please take a seat and we'll be back with you.
Thank you.
Our next winner is Jun Mushuku, founder of Plan B Foods. Please join me on stage. Hi, Jun.
Hi, hello.
Thanks for being here, for traveling all the way to Cape Town. Jun, can you please introduce the work and the impact of Plan B Foods?
Yeah, so Plan B is a social enterprise based in Kenya, and we manufacture high-quality, nutritious food products targeting low-income and underserved communities. We also do this in partnership with rural women who are usually, as we know, left out of many profitable value chains.
So we can buy time, you know. So
And why? Why did you start Plan B Foods?
I would say I've always had a passion for promoting child health in Africa, but I was particularly, inspired by my mother, who was a single, rural, smallholder woman. So I witnessed firsthand how much she struggled to provide for us. And if it wasn't for my uncle, intervening, I would not have received something as basic as an education. I would not be standing here today. So what we've done, the inspiration for doing what we're doing is that we have placed women at the center of a value chain, thereby, increasing opportunities for women like my mother.
And I think, thanks so much for the work you've done. Now we're going to do a little break in bringing winners upstairs, because unfortunately we have one of our 5 winners, Jocelyn Agbo. She's based in Nigeria, founded a farm on wheels, and I forgot to say hi to the ones online. So I hope that Jocelyn, you're there, and you're definitely here with us in spirit, so thanks a lot. And Jocelyn sent us a video so that she could introduce herself. Okay, she could introduce herself. The company, apparently, on the technical side, they're mentioning that there's an issue with the video. I hope to go back to it at the end of the presentation. Then, let's move on. Jocelyn, thank you so much. Farm on Wheels. If we can go back one slide, and then I'll just quickly introduce Farm on Wheels, just in case. Social enterprise based in Nigeria that works with the smallholder and rural farmers, enable them to increase their production, their yield. They do that in various ways. They do that by trainings. They do that enabling technology for those farmers and creating communities of farmers. Then, please, I would like to see you take out your phones so that you can link it in Jocelyn, because Ken cannot be here, and this is not fair. You'll be having a lot of time to network with the other ladies. I would really like for you to network with Jocelyn online. Thanks. Our next winner is Maus Sejison, founder of Soma Life. Big round of applause. Hi, Mawuza.
Hello, Sarah.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you too?
Doing amazing, don't you see?
It's good to be here.
Thank you. It's amazing to have you here. Can you please introduce Soma Life, the work you're doing?
Yes, absolutely. Though I'm here taking all the applause, I'm actually leading a team of young and ambitious young people in Ghana who are committed to breaking rural poverty. So at Soma Life, we are creating transparency and traceability in the shea value chain. So shea nuts, shea butter, and we connect them to food and cosmetic manufacturers who use our traceability data for their impact reportings. So the women, through this, we are able to increase their income. We are also able to give them some conservation skills to be able to reforest the shea value chain. Thank you.
Thank you, Mawuza. And don't leave me yet. Don't leave me there. I'm more curious. Are we curious a bit more? Would also like to know which impact have you already created with Soma Life?
Good. So we registered the business in 2020. At that time, I was the marketing person, the operations person. I was everything. And that year, we were able to connect 500 women in one of the poorest districts in Ghana. Fast forward in 2021, we had trained and connected over 2,000 women shea producers to market where they earn 18% extra income above the local market. Last year, we expanded our reach to 7,000 women shea producers in northern Ghana, and they earn more than 22% extra income above the local market. And we are so happy that the Bayan Foundation also share in our mission and has been able to recognize us for this thing we are doing.
Thanks a lot. And last but definitely not least, we have Marianne Chishanka, winner of the Women Empowerment Award and founder of Agritech Analytics. Hi, Marianne.
Hi, Sarah.
You look stunning tonight. Well, all of you do, eh? Please don't
Thank
take it
you.
wrong.
Thank you.
Can you please tell me what you ate for breakfast? Now, can you please introduce the work you do at Agritech Analytics?
Yeah, so at Agritech Analytics, we leverage the use of AI-powered satellite imagery data analytics and IoT sensors to reverse soil health, soil degradation, and detect crop pests and diseases to increase yields for smallholder farmers.
And what are you currently busy with, Marianne, in Agritech?
So we are currently busy working with 3,880 smallholder farmers. We are helping them increase on their yields by 57% for dealing with us for 3 to 6 months, and over 75% increase by working with us for over a year. And we are also helping them reduce on their input costs by 57%.
I think if this was an exam, our audience would not keep up with the numbers. How many farmers? How many? Hey, yeah, we got it. And we will have a lot more time to talk with Marianne and get to know these winners more heavily. Thank you so much. Can you please sit here? Thank you. Now we're going to start our panel introduction, and for that, we need you, and you, the ones at home, as well. We have some normal questions on our program, of course, but we really want to make this as interesting and relevant for you as possible. So we would like to hear your questions. I will have this magic tablet where I will receive all the questions that you can ask via the Mentimeter. This is now where I am a TV presenter. Mentimeter, please, the ones online, menti.com, and introduce the code 66472987. In the meantime, I'm going to come and join you, ladies. Let's see if we can fix the microphone situation, please. Let's see if this one works. It doesn't do that. Does it work?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, let's take a seat then. I would like to start by asking you, first of all, how are you and how does it feel to be one of the winners of the Women Empowerment Award? And yeah, June, you have the microphone, so I think...
It's been a truly, amazing experience, and for us, it's validating. When you're down, busy working, you don't really think about things. But it's been a validating experience we are energized, myself and my team, to keep doing what we're doing and to make real impact on the ground, because we work with women, rural women, farmers on the, in the grassroots, and we can already see the impact our initiative or our work is having on the ground. So it's been amazing.
It's also amazing having you being part of the award. Maybe can we echo that, or do you have a total different experience?
No, I can totally echo that. It's about validation. It's also about others believing in you, but more importantly, us believing in ourselves. It's a great thing because sometimes as women, we kind of skip that step. So this has been a great experience. Thank you.
No,
I think it's not just
well.
about impact, it's also about the bigger picture.
Yeah, and let's talk about that big picture. And to talk about the big picture, we first need to start with the challenges. I would like, I think, Mausa, you have a list of those. Which challenges do you face as a female entrepreneur?
Well, good question. Raising patient capital has been a challenge for me personally. The trend over the past 3 years shows that there's been a significant growth in funding for startups in Ghana, but the distribution tells a different story. Only 8% of that went to women-led businesses, and I think that is unfair. When we look at the opportunities available and the impact we can make, and the fact that there's no support is quite challenging. And sometimes when you are fortunate to get the attention of an investor, you come across as too ambitious. So you need this extra toughness compared to my male counterpart, to be able to convince them that this is doable, because I was alone able to take my business from that level before any other team member joined. So if I have this number of people in my team, it means I can do more. So trust that we can do this. And sometimes you are asked to go back, to go and reduce your projections and all that, which can be quite time-consuming. Aside it being daunting, it's quite time-consuming. So I feel that we need more investors to be quite flexible with their requirements, and also being willing to believe that though we are ambitious, we can actually do what we put out there.
Thanks a lot, Mausa. I would also go in this line, on the line of investments. There are a lot of questions. You're very worried about money in this room and online, of course. So I would like to ask Marianne, one of our audience questions. What type of capital would be most useful? Yeah, and we'll share like good sisters. Which type of capital would be more useful for you to scale your organization?
So we would need, you need the amount?
Do we need the amount? Yes, I hear some yeses, so yeah, give us the amount.
Yeah, so we would need $500,000 to be able to complete on our online interface for the smallholder farmers. That will reduce the pain of onboarding them manually. We'll also be able to integrate local weather stations with our system so that we are able to give more accurate weather forecasting for the farmers for planning. And we would definitely need to go a step higher, because realizing that being a woman in a tech field, which is patriarchal, requires a lot more work to validate your existence in that field. And we want to thank Bayer Foundation for giving us this platform to be able to showcase that we are actually up to the task. So getting that 500,000 would really take us an extra mile.
Please take some notes, our audience. I would like, and we stay in capital, but thank God some of our audience is also wondering, and Matbi, I think this is a question for you, because we've been talking about this these last days. In regard to scaling, what would you consider more important, human capital or finance capital, and how do the both marry?
I think for us, as PadMad, I think it's a bit of a mix, because we're working on different aspects of impact. So, for example, I'll just quickly tell you the impact is the attendance in school. We've increased 2 million days of school attendance per year. We've also increased 33 green jobs, and we're working with empowering women and some men who would generally not get any employment, teen mums, incarcerated women, and also ex-prisoners, HIV positive women also who work. So just to be able to increase that, we need a lot of networking. And most importantly, we've prevented 58 million single-use products going into the landfill. So the answer to your question is a bit of both, actually, to help us bring this social stigma away and to really help us scale.
Thanks, Matti. Mause, to give the capital one break, we will definitely be back. Our audience is also curious, and me too. What was the biggest hurdle you had when starting out? You mentioned, right, that you started out alone and you made it to certain points. So what were the biggest hurdles you had there?
So when I was starting, I was a field officer by myself. So the first thing you have to do, because we work with farmers, you have to go into a community to get them to buy into, or the chiefs, who are mainly men, to allow your initiatives into their community. And sometimes when I get there, I was alone. So, hello, I want to speak to your members. They go like, you, what do you have to offer? And even some of them don't want to talk to you directly because you are a woman. They rather want you to speak to a man, then the man will translate, or tell them, though we are all speaking the same language, tell them that, oh, she says she's bringing this initiative, we think it's great, blah, blah, blah. So that has been the challenge for me. So I had to coin my language, or should I say my message, in the way that also puts them, or makes them feel comfortable, like tells them that, look, if these women get money, if money ends up in their pocket, they are going to help the family. The men's burden will reduce. So you have to put the men in the pictures.
Do some pitching.
Exactly. So that is how I was able to get some of these leaders to listen to me, because they, even till now, when I go to the field to visit my field officers, I go with the driver, and the field officer will go like, that's our boss. And then they will look at the driver, because they're not sure I'm the one. Maybe I'm too small, and I'm also a female. So those are some of the challenges that I faced when I started.
Yeah. And I can assure you, Mause, you're not too small.
Thank you.
June, I'm also wondering, on your side, I can also assume it was not a smooth walk in the park. And which were the main challenges? Do you also have experiences like Mause?
Yeah, I think every woman in business shares some of those challenges. But really, being in manufacturing, it's super, very capital intensive. And just the initial capital that we needed to start off was quite a huge amount. We have a very big vision. So the challenge was just, getting that capital and approaching people, even, and raising the initial capital that we needed. Another challenge was mainly, I would say, sorry.
No? Which one is another challenge? Marianne, help out June here.
So another challenge would be people looking at you and thinking that whatever it is that you're offering would have been done better by a male counterpart. So I'll give an example of a community I went to in Kenya, and they were actually very affected by hunger and drought because there was a lot of pests and diseases. And I went to them and told them that I had a solution for them. And one of the leaders said, if it is coming from a woman, then we will not take it. So I had to go back and re-strategize as an entrepreneur. So I thought, because we have a co-founder who's male, we would send him the following week. And funny thing, they took up the solution. So it was all about being female or being male. I would have easily said their loss, but I felt their pain, so I really needed to help them. So we had to get another strategy, and it goes on like that most of the time. Most of the time, you'll even have an investor who's interested in your company, but when they find that the CEO is a lady, they're like, could you prove, But at the end of the day, it gets better, because we know what we're expecting and we work around it.
Thanks, Marianne, and I'm very sorry you have to cope with this almost every day of your work. Now our audience is also curious about another challenge that are not only female entrepreneurs face, but a lot of impact entrepreneurs, which is regarding social firms in Africa, the difficulty that they have in measuring that impact. So how do you overcome these challenges? How do you measure your impact? Who would like to go? June? Awesome.
No, I think I've organized my thoughts a bit.
Okay, perfect. Do you want to go back to the other question or stick on the impact measurement?
I feel like most of those challenges are shared across board. Gender-related biases are there. But going to your current question on impact, so what we've done right from the start is that we work with a network of smallholder farmers who we have organized into groups. As supply groups. So what we've done is that we have created a system, a digital system that is able to collect the data. So we look at things as their farm size. We look at socio-economic indicators. And then over time, we'll be able to track and monitor exactly numbers, real numbers, what kind of impact that we're having. On another type of indicator that we collect is obviously impact on nutrition. And we are looking at indicators such as metrics, such as number of products that we've sold. And nutrition is very hard to measure, so over time, long impact will be able to compare against national data. But we have an outlet where we've installed again a system that is able to collect all this data. So I feel like right from the start, we have a really good foundation for collecting the data and being able to monitor that over time.
Awesome. That sounds like figured it out. Mause, oh, yes, please, Marianne, I saw you stealing the microphone. Then, yes, tell us, how do you measure your impact?
Okay, so we use the rebuying percentage. We use a leasing model for a solution. So the farmer is able to get a solution by paying $3.5 a month. So for us, impact measurement is the rebuying, the willingness to come back the following month. It means that they already see value in what we are offering them. And we also look at the financial institutions that are able to offer our smallholder farmers with loan facilities using our yield prediction model as collateral for loans. We have seen the numbers going up. Currently, we have 98 farmers who've received financial help, capabilities from financial institutions using our yield prediction model, and we are looking to growing that. So seeing that the financial institutions can actually use our yield prediction as collateral to the smallholder farmer is actually impact enough for us.
And it's all about learning, right? And failing fast and re-measuring. Would you like to add something on the impact measuring, Matvi? Or I can throw another question because they're piling up on the audience. Thank you so much for that.
Either is okay.
Yeah, we throw another one in the pool. Awesome. The next one, we go back to capital. That's our urgent curiosity of our audience. And now it's going to be a bit of a survey. Does your current funding come more from Africa or outside Africa? What do we have? Hands for Africa, the four of you? Hands for outside Africa? 1, 2, 3. Okay, can you elaborate on that, Madvi?
So yeah, most of our funding comes from outside of Africa, although there is a great awareness within Kenya itself. So we have partners, but most of our long-term partners happen to be outside of Africa, actually. And we work on impact together. So basically, if there's a company working with water solutions in Kenya, we are working in collaboration with them. So it's an ongoing project. So we've served over 50,000 girls and women on products and 35,000 boys and men as part of the education. So partners which already focus on that are long-term.
And which type of partners, Madvi?
So impact water solutions or companies working on FGM. So basically whoever works with the same kind of age group.
Okay. Who said that the capital comes from Africa? Outside?
100% outside Africa.
Okay. And how do you feel about that and why is it?
I think it's not cool. We need more black money, if I'm allowed to put it that way.
You're definitely allowed.
Yes. So I found out that the outside funding in my case has been more favorable. The attempts are okay, and the interest rates are also good compared to the local. Even when you look at the banks, our bank is around. I think the interest rate is about close to 30%. That's taking all my margins away if I have to take that loan for a year. So that has been the thing. But thankfully, I want to be quick to add that I think APSA in Ghana, they currently have something around 10%, which we are working on with them. So that will be the first debt financing that we will receive locally if we get to seal it.
We're all hoping for that.
Yes.
Thanks, Mause. And I've been told that our session is to start wrapping up, which is very sad because we have over 35 questions. So please, these ladies are not going anywhere. They're going to stay here with you until the item 7. I loved that. So we will be here, ask all your questions afterwards. And before we wrap up, one of the questions that most popped up, and I think it's also the most relevant one, is what do you need and how can this audience help you? And now you're also on the spot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I got into the room, I think I first met the Bill Gates Foundation rep here, and I said, okay, I'm coming to you for money. So it's good to know that this room is full of people who are holding my money, so I'm coming for you. So this year, we are raising $2 million to fund our impact plan to even Burkina Faso. We are piloting around Burkina Faso this year as well. And we are looking at debt, equity, and grants. So I would like to speak to you. So please allow me to come around. Thank you.
Who has some money for Mause? Some hands that she can come and hand you down? Oh, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't see enough hands. Next one in line, Madvi. What do you need?
We need 1.1 million, which we're raising. That's for marketing and also to bring out the products and to increase our research and development, to increase our product range, and also to be able to take the product outside of Kenya, a little bit more logistic problems. And more importantly, we're looking for foundations who are in Kenya who we can partner with to make this product more accessible to buy.
Thanks, Madvi. June, how can this audience help you? So far, all about capital, but you were also quite concerned about capital, so we have a match.
Yeah. So at the moment, we have a round targeting to raise 150,000 USD. We have commitments of half of that, so we have a funding gap of around $75,000.
Thanks, June. Piling up the requests. I hope you're taking notes. Last but not least, Marianne, what do you need? Can I assume?
Yeah, so we are looking for expertise.
Oh, wow.
We are also looking for funding. Yeah, and mentors who can actually help us take our organization to the other level. I think they can already feel the impact that we are having. We have the projections, right? We want to get 15,000 farmers next year, 112,500 in the next 2 years, and also expand to other African countries. Yeah.
Thanks, Marianne. You make me dizzy with all the numbers. I need to say I'm here. But I hope I saw some noting down. So the lady over there, if someone didn't get the numbers, she is writing everything down. Ladies, now it's time to celebrate, which is what we do best. We will do a quick round of award handing. Is it the word? Is it the word? Awarding. We will do some awarding and some celebrating. For that, first of all, we need to stand up. We will stay on one side of the stage. And to do so, we will, of course, invite our partner, Bayer Foundation, and I would like to invite on stage Jan op den Winkel and Stefan Wilgen to come and hand in the awards. Jana, which award do we have here?
So I have the beautiful award for Madvi. Maybe we have to explain also what it comes. So it's a 25,000 euro catalytical grant, and it's also some non-financial support. So being here, we want to introduce all our winners to the right people. So, and we also have some coaching, mentoring, and bringing the company to the next stage. So thanks so much. Congratulations,
Round of
Madvi.
applause for Madvi.
So the only male. Oh no, that was Frank. So we also have Frank, Stefan on the stage. So my lovely colleague.
Yeah, thanks. I'm only here for the quota, so it's. So I have an award here for June, which includes the same value in money, but to be honest, I think what we have here is priceless. So thanks everyone for being here, and the reason why we put these women on here on the stage is so that you can run after them to give them your money so they don't have to come after you. So here you go, June.
Congrats, June.
Where's the photographer? Over there. All right. Next one.
Next one in 9, who's it going to be? Mausa, Marianne? Who do you have?
Mawusa. So we're going to Ghana. So congratulations, Mawusa. Thanks for being here with us. Thanks for sharing so openly what are your challenges. That's not taken for granted, so congratulations.
Thank you.
And last, but definitely not least, again.
No, not least at all. I think there was a very important statement that Frank made when he was up here saying that you are going up the ladder and there's a lot of women entrepreneurs going to be clinging to your pants. And I think even also male entrepreneurs, just in general, I think it's just encouraging to see how mountains can be moved by single people. And here you have another lighthouse of future impact on this continent. So congratulations, Marianne.
And then I think it is time to wrap up before we get told off. So I would like to ask Jana, any closing words to wrap up?
Yeah, just a big thank you. Thanks for AVPA that we are allowed to be here, that we are allowed to spotlight those talented entrepreneurs. And I'm really looking forward to our collaboration because finally there is now a network, or there is a network active and growing in Africa, and we're really looking forward to all the collaborations and seeing those talented entrepreneurs also flowing through the network with the help of you. Thanks so much.
We're coming for you. Thanks a lot and have a great day. See you later.
And I think now back to Etemore. We're leaving the stage.
Watch your step.
Of applause, otherwise this is a bit weird. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You did very well and you kept the time.